I'm going to show you how you can dress up some of your cricket cuts using clear embossing powder and a heat gun. I use this quite a lot. I love the look of something that looks almost like an enamelled medallion. I've done that on this piece, and you can see that it's really glossy and gorgeous, I think. So I'm taking a heart, which I've cut out, a flourish stamp. I think these are by Autumn Leaves. I got them in a pack from Target, I think. It's going to ink up the flourish quite randomly and just stamp on top of the heart so that I've got a clear impression. Then I'm going to rub that pretty thoroughly in clear embossing. And then dump the whole thing in the clear embossing powder and heat it. While it's still wet, I'm going to repeat it. The embossing powder will stick to the piece. And I usually do this 3 times to give it a really glossy enamelled look. There we go. Just let that cool down. I really like the look. The other thing that you can do is to repeat that process, and then when you've got a good layer of the embossing powder on, when you've don't stamp it this time, just leave it plain, put the clear embossing powder on, put 2 or 3 layers on, and then while the last layer is still, while the embossing powder is tacky, then take a stamp, something with a clearly defined image, some sort of pattern. I've got a tiny little heart here. This is by Judith. You don't need to put anything on the stamp at all. You just press it firmly into the embossing powder and you get your image imposed into the embossing powder. The other thing that you can do while your embossing powder is still wet, I'll show you how to do this one. Is to sprinkle some glitter on, and the glitter just catches into the embossing and gives a lovely sparkle. So I hope that's given you some ideas for ways of dressing up your pages with your embellishments.